are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go, show recaps, predictions, sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What's going on, everyone? It's the EVP, and I'm on the EVP show, and we are live for the second episode of Sunday Night Scoops. I know there's a lot of NFL playoff action going on. The Eagles and the 49ers are in the middle of a game, so I don't know what kind of crowd we're going to have in here, but the show must go on. So hope you guys, I haven't seen you guys since Friday, so hopefully you guys had a good weekend, Friday and Saturday. It was nice to have the day off yesterday, because I have a lot of stuff coming up next week it's pretty busy, but starting with the last 2 weeks of January is just going to be absolutely insane. Because I have an Unreal recap that I'm going to be doing, which is going to air on Netflix on January the 20th. Also, Saturday night's main event predictions, Saturday night's main event recap. Possibly could have an indie wrestler coming on to do the predictions with me for the Saturday night's main event. I won't reveal yet because I haven't got full confirmation, but definitely could be having an indie wrestler coming on to do the Saturday night main event prediction show, as well as Suds and Squared from Gimmick Table Media. But like I said, that week's crazy. I'm gonna have to do the Unreal recap on top of all of my other recap shows, and Saturday night's main event predictions, and then Saturday night's main event recap, and then the next week I'm going to have a monster panel for Royal Rumble. I'm expecting, I know I'm going to have Lady Alpha and Autumn from the Wrestling Divas podcast, Miami the Great, I think Final Boss Lady as well, Director Reg, and Greg. So possibly a seven person panel for the Royal Rumble, and then obviously there'll be a recap for that, which it's going to be early, so luckily I'll be able to do the recap early for that. But thank you to the people that have tuned in. You guys know the drill. It's the Sunday Scoops. I will give you guys the news for the first 30 or 40 minutes. I mean, there's really not a crap ton of news that I can give you that hasn't already been put out on the internet, but I do have a few tidbits of information that I can pass along. The last 30 minutes, I will open it up for Q&A. So anybody on X or YouTube, if you have any questions, make sure that make sure that you know that to get your questions in, because that's going to be your time to get your questions in. So before we get started, I do want to share that I am live on X. I haven't got a chance to do that yet, so if you guys just bear with me for just 1 second. I want to be able to share that because I know there's a couple of people that in one chat that definitely loves to come in and get the news and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let me give some shout outs first before I get started with the news. Shout out to DWE Host. Shout out to Gio. I'm not answering questions yet. That'll be the last 30 minutes. So I think Mark Nash, the ring announcer, Royal Rumble PLE on the 31st. I was told that is accurate. So yeah, I don't know if that was a question or if you're letting me know, but yes, that's also what I was told. GW Replay, shout out to them. Shout out to Greg, the man with the plan that helps me with my videos. Shout out to Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast. Obviously, they were DWE Radio was live yesterday on Spotify and also on Twitch. Make sure you give them a follow on X as well as a subscription on YouTube, and also give them a follow on Twitch. Miami has already stated that the watch-alongs and stuff are going to be on Twitch, so you want to make sure that you get your subscription in, because I think that's going to be the only platform that Miami and them are going to be streaming the watch alongs, and we're going to be doing predictions. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, looking forward to that. We got a lot. Miami said we got a lot of things in store for 2026. I know that I have a shit ton of content that I'm going to be pumping out through the month of January. So this week and next week, I'm like doing my normal, but the last 2 weeks it's gonna be full throttle. Pretty much every day, I'm gonna have something. There won't be any off days because Saturday Night Main Event will be on Saturday, so I will be able to do Sunday Scoops on Sunday as well. So honestly, I think the week of Saturday Night's Main Event, there will be no off days. I will be streaming every single day that week, because I'll be doing the Unreal recap. Whichever day I'm not doing the Saturday Night's Main Event. I don't know what that noise was. Whichever day I'm not doing the Saturday Night's Main Event recap, I'll be doing the Unreal recap. So yeah, I am going that week of Saturday Night's Main Event. There will be a stream every single day on the EVP show, Monday through Sunday. And then the next week, we got Rumble week. So those 2 weeks are gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So 7 days. It's be my first time ever since I started this show or started this channel to be streaming 7 days. That will be a 7-day week, guys, on stream content streams. Shout out to Gio for reposting the stream. DW host. Shout out to the 53 people we have in. I know the football playoffs are going on. We're gonna try to get in and out of here. Try to cut this to an hour, so everybody can get back. There's still half of football left. There's a lot of injuries going on, as well as there's also a night game tonight. The New England Patriots are playing the Chargers. But let's get to some tidbits. It was reported by Bodyslam.net and Sean Ross Sapp. I think it was prior to the first stream of Sunday Night Scoops that there was discussions of Blake Monroe and JC Jane coming up to the main roster. Well, I can tell you now that that's not happening. Those plans have been put on hold. There are big plans in store for Blake Monroe. I don't really know the direction they're going with JC Jane. I don't think she's coming up right now. But there's big plans for Blake. She is going to be winning that Women NXT Championship. And probably going all the way to Stand and Deliver with it. Or she may win it at Stand and Deliver. I don't know. I haven't gotten that full in-depth information on it, but I can tell you that Blake Monroe is not going to be going up to the main roster right now. That has been put on hold. So let's get to something that some of you people probably won't care about, but it is news, because I pulled it up myself. So it appears that Lana, aka CJ Perry. She has the same name as me. It appears that she is going to be coming back into wrestling. She stated it, so it's not a rumor, it's facts. She is going to be going on the independent circuit. She has been taking promo type classes. She said that she's really she really looks up to Paul Heyman and the type of work he does with his promo skills. She said she really wants to get really good on the mic. She obviously just celebrated a holiday with her husband Rusev, or Miro. But she has also said that she is going, as of now, she's not getting back into the ring as a competitor. She's looking more into a managerial role. She said that she is going to be looking for the next big thing on the independent circuit. So shout out to Lana for that. Also, some other news. So I was told yesterday 2 things about Maxine. It's another TKO situation like they did with Jey Uso. They put the title on him. He's selling merch. He's making a lot of money. They did all these vignettes with Maxine and Natalia and all of that. But they wanted to do right by Maxine by giving her a title run. Unfortunately for Maxine, which is not unfortunate, she did get married to Anthony Luke, who was on LFG, which that's going to be coming back, and I want to be covering that as well. So she wanted to go celebrate. Number one, she's going to celebrate her honeymoon. So I don't think we're going to see a whole lot from her in the coming weeks. And as I said last week on Scoops, which I really didn't think they needed to do it this way, but apparently that's the direction that they're going. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. So that's the plans for that. I want to talk a little bit about Brock Lesnar because I see a lot of hoorah and a lot of chatter online. It was stated by Brock Lesnar that, and I think I talked about this a little bit last week, Brock Lesnar was hesitant about even coming back to WWE without working with or without coming under the Triple H regime. He only wanted to come back personally under, I'm not going to say his name, VKM. But he was convinced to, because Paul Heyman's still in the company. So that had a lot to do with Brock coming back. Paul pulled a lot of weight on that decision. And as of yesterday, when I asked, Brock Lesnar will be going at least until SummerSlam, which is going to be held in his hometown in Minneapolis. And he is going to have a retirement match at some point. It's probably going to be SummerSlam. If not, I can see the latest for that Lesnar goes is to 43, which that's probably where I'm leaning. I think I'm probably going to get away from the SummerSlam, even though it's in his hometown, just because Saudi Arabia is pulling out all the stops on the financial side to be able to pay for these big names and these big matches in Saudi Arabia. So let's get to the next topic at hand. Is expect a surprise return, which Raw is going to be early tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, on Netflix. Which I won't be. I'll be going live at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, not 11. Just so you guys are aware, I'll let you know at the end of the stream. LA Knight is in the vicinity of where Raw is going to be taking place. So don't be surprised if you see LA Knight tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. So this is going to be a huge topic for me. And I said I was going to wait till today to talk about it. I want to talk about the Drew McIntyre stuff. So let's just get the facts straight here, because there's been a lot of people that all the hate for Cody and all that all over the internet. So let's just get the facts straight. So back at WrestlePalooza, when Cody defeated Drew, Cody and Drew both pitched to creative Triple H. Obviously, before I get to that, there is this guy Nick is taking, like, gotten bumped up on the creative side. So that's why we are going to start seeing a lot of changes creatively. But so Cody and Drew went to Triple H back at Palooza to pitch Cody to drop the title at WrestlePalooza. If you are not a Cody fan, or even if you are, you still may not know. But him and Brandy did have another child, surrogate, I believe. I'm not 100% accurate on that, but I do believe it was a surrogate or adoption, one of the two. Either way, it's still Cody and Brandy's baby. And because Cody has been champion for over 100 and something days again. He's had 2 long title reigns, so he hasn't had a whole lot of time to spend with Brandy. Obviously, he has, I believe, a 4-year-old daughter with Brandy. So he wanted to spend some time with this new baby. Triple H said no. Creative, they shut it down at Palooza. So apparently, I got this information about 10 p.m. last night. Apparently, there was multiple pitches leading up to SmackDown Friday. I would say there was probably 3 or 4. The outcome was not decided until 2 hours before the show went live. So anybody that says it was already decided, I know what Body Slam put out there. It was being pushed again by Cody Rhodes, which everybody hates, but it was being pushed again by Cody Rhodes to drop the title, as I said, so that he can spend time with his family and his kid. But it was not completely decided until 2 hours. 2 hours before SmackDown hit the airwaves, like before they started, which was early if you had a VPN, but if you didn't, then it was still decided 2 hours before the event. So everybody that said that it was already written in stone, it was not. That's false information. I got 100% clarity on that last night. Even though Cody and Drew went back and pitched it again, there was still confusion on whether they wanted to pull the trigger. The crowd was hot. Drew's been working really hard. He's lost a lot of matches to Cody already. They both Triple H, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, the new people on creative, and this guy on creative. They felt like it was the right time for Drew to win the title, which, you know, like I said Friday, congratulations to Drew. But if you're a Drew McIntyre fan, I wouldn't get too excited. Is all I'm gonna say. Well, I'll dive deeper into that in a minute. TKO loves doing these big moments. Am I saying there's a chance that Drew may not go to WrestleMania as a champion? I mean, there's a chance. Do I think it happens? I do not. I do not think that Drew McIntyre walks into WrestleMania as your champion. And I'm going to explain why. It was reported today by Body Slam again that most of the top matches at WrestleMania have already been penciled in, which Triple H said on Unreal last season that they usually are like putting out several different options. I know we saw the WrestleMania board last year, so it's possible, but it's saying barring injuries. But let's not forget, guys, that Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman are all sitting at that poker table. I see all the comments on X. I see all the hate. If you think for a second that Cody's not going to be involved in some sort of big high-profile match at WrestleMania, you're delusional. Because he is. So, but I do want to touch on a couple of things based off of that. So, Jacob Fatu was pitched or was planned to be the one to ultimately cost Cody Rhodes. Even though Cody didn't come to attack Cody. He came to attack Drew because obviously I told you last week Jacob was coming back. Got that right again. He went to have some mouth work done. Don't know the clarity of that. Haven't asked. But Jacob came back in to stop Drew. Obviously, Cody, put his hands on him. Jacob started waylaying him in the corner. Drew McIntyre slithered out of the ring, wins the championship. And then after the match, Cody throws Jacob's head into the cage. And if you can see at the end of the show, Cody is pissed. I saw a couple of videos today that were posted online of Cody after the match. He did not shake hands with the fans. He did not whoa. He didn't do any of that. So I will say for once, even though I don't like that Cody lost the title on a fucking SmackDown overseas instead of a major PLE, I still think that they did a phenomenal job, WWE did, of keeping their golden boy, so to speak, keeping him looking strong. Because he did lose the first fall, but he didn't get pinned in the third fall. Drew slithered out because of Jacob. So at the end of the day, if Cody's going to lose the title, he lost it because Drew escaped the cage, not because Drew pinned him again. Because Cody beat him in the no falls count anywhere. When Cody jumped fucking 20, 30, 40 feet from the rafters and did a Superfly Snuka splash off the top of the fucking Raptors, and then he hit him with like 4 or 5 Cody cutters. So, for the first time, WWE did the right thing. I feel like because they not only have put a lot of uncertainty going into WrestleMania. They also have made it to where nobody really knows what the fuck's gonna happen, and how we're gonna get there. I've heard a lot of chatter, Roman versus Drew. I don't think that's happening. I don't. If I'm wrong, I'll fucking come on here and admit it, just like I always do. But I don't think that's the play. I still think Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes is the play. I don't know. I just have a funny feeling that title's coming off of Drew before WrestleMania. I don't know how the fuck we get there. I don't. I wish I had the answers for you guys, but they are keeping that shit locked tight. There's only 3 or 4 people in the whole fucking company, including Dwayne Johnson, that knows what the fuck is going to go on. I wish I could give it to you, but that shit is airtight. I'm talking about air fucking tight. So anybody that says they know, whether it's Sapp, Dave Meltzer, Corey Hayes, anybody, they don't. They don't fucking know. They don't. That shit is airtight. I asked this morning again. They're not letting that shit get out. They're just not. But I do want to talk about something that Body Slam did report, which I found a little. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true because I believe it. I honestly do believe it. Everybody's been clamoring, including myself, for a Cody Rhodes heel turn. I'm just gonna read it off to you. This is not reported by me, so I'm not one of those ones that's gonna take credit for somebody else's shit. This is coming from Corey Hayes from BodySlam.net. It was revealed that despite the shocking loss of Drew McIntyre in their brutal 3 stages of hell match on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes is not turning heel. That is quoted from Corey Hayes from BodySlam.net. Cody Rhodes is not turning heel. However, Corey Hayes confirmed that a noticeable change is coming as Cody Rhodes' character will go under a major shift. So we're not getting the full heel Cody Rhodes, according to Corey Hayes from BodySlam.net. I'm literally reading quote by quote. So I'm not bashing. Like, Corey does good work. I respect Corey. I respect Sapp, Bay Dalla. I respect all those guys as well. Anybody that puts the news out, Meltzer, I don't respect him. He's shit. He doesn't have a source. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So Corey also says it's not a turn, but a character shift when clarified what Cody Rhodes' next move was going to be. Cody Rhodes' title reign was 159 days. As previously reported by Fightful Sean Ross Sapp, WWE officials felt McIntyre needed to win this title match to solidify himself as a top-tier talent heading into WrestleMania 42 season. Not WrestleMania 42, but WrestleMania 42 season. The finish, featuring the dramatic return of Jacob Fatu inside the steel cage, was reportedly pitched by Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. And this came from Fightful Sean Ross Sapp. Again, all you people that want to hate on Cody, he pitched the shit too. So there you go. Sapp said it. Corey Hayes said it. I confirmed it as well. It was pitched. Jacob Fatu was part of the plan. I'm giving people their props on their shit, just like I would want people to do the same for me. Like last week when Miami clipped, my Chris Jericho stuff. Yes, I got him being wrong at Monday Night Raw, but I was the first one a week ago to say Chris Jericho was going to appear on TNA. He was going to appear on AAA. He was going to appear at the Royal Rumble. He's going to appear at WrestleMania 42, and he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania 43. He is going to explore all options, and he is officially signed by WWE. The EVP, said this 7 days ago, and then this big-ass hoopla comes out on the internet between the coach and Andrew Baydala, and all of that went on, and then here comes all the other reports. Jericho's going to work TNA. Jericho's going to work AAA. Well, EVP said it fucking first last Sunday. You know what? I told Miami before we started this show, we are going to make damn sure that we clip this shit, because I went back and retweeted the short that Miami clipped so people can know that I am a credible source. I do get credible information. And I deserve the respect that everybody else gets in the journalism community as well. So yeah, there's that. Appreciate that, Miami. A lot of reports. I'm gonna finish up with so with Rose now back in chase mode, Jacob Fatu's return, shaking things up, and this incoming character evolution on the horizon. The road to the Royal Rumble just got a whole lot more interesting. What kind of shift do you think Cody Rhodes will undergo? Should he embrace a darker edge or stay the course as a babyface? So I'm going to tell you right now, I believe Corey. I don't think Cody's going full-blown heel just yet. But go back on Twitter, because it's not hard to find, and go look at the comment or go look at the video after the match. He didn't touch the fans. He fucking threw Jacob into the cage. We're in for a different Cody Rhodes, like over the top. I think he's going to be like a tweener for a little while. I don't think he goes fully heel unless they do Cody Roman. And that's how you set the fucking shit up with Rock Roman. There's no other way to set the fucking story up. And then I'm hearing Cody Roman non-title to the OTC one. Yep, that's what I just said. Character change. It not a full blown heel, but not that politician kissing babies, putting out paper napkins in the crowd. The Cody Rhodes I want to see. Miami's already made me the fire ass red Cody Rhodes logo, and you guys will get to see that. Hopefully not next week, because my thumbs are already made. You may see it. I don't have one for a regular background. Miami, I don't have one for that. I just have one for the Unreal. So hopefully I can get one like this right here with that logo. I do have one for the Unreal, the red. I will text you that while I'm thinking about that while I'm getting the rest of my notes. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I do have one already made. Miami made it for me, but it's for the Unreal show. I'm gonna try to get one. It's red, where it says EVP show, and then maybe he can put it on the jacket. We'll see. Miami's busy. He does a lot of my shit, or almost all of my shit. So, let's talk about Jacob Fatu for a second. Well, let's go back to make sure we clip this. LA Knight will be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. expect an LA Knight return tomorrow night, just so that, all these other people, I'm sure that shit's gonna start coming out tonight. But LA Knight is slated as of now to be on Monday Night Raw and make a comeback tomorrow. Jacob Fatu is in for a big singles push in 2026 after what happened at on the Friday Night SmackDown. Jacob Fatu apparently made an Instagram or something like that. I don't know too much about that. I don't follow Jacob on Instagram, so I can't confirm or deny. I just saw that posted. So let's get to a few more tidbits. So this was reported by Ghost of Madness. I don't know too much about this person. I've seen them get some shit right. And I've seen them get some shit wrong. So I'm just gonna report what I saw. Ghost of Madness reported that there's this possibility of Royal Rumble being pushed back 2 weeks to February the 14th due to all of the venues in Saudi Arabia being booked up, and that they are currently building a fucking new venue from the ground up. This was reported by Ghost of Madness, not by me. So I don't know if that's true or not. I have not been able to get confirmation on that. I was told that it could be, if possible, if that is true, it could be done the fucking day before, but I highly doubt it. If there is a new venue being built, then Ghost of Madness reported that Royal Rumble is going to be pushed back to February 14th. That remains to be seen. I'm just throwing that out there because obviously it came to me as news, so I don't really know. Shout out to Wrestling RUS podcast, one of my biggest supporters, for reposting the stream. Like I said, Ghost of Madness reported that Royal Rumble is going to be delayed due to lack of venues, and that they're literally building another fucking venue from the ground up. And the reported date would be February 14th. I'll get more information for that before next Sunday. I don't have complete confirmation on that one way or another. I do know that Ghost of Madness has gotten some stuff right. So I definitely will check into that for you guys. So also Lola Vice. She is also being discussed as coming up to the main roster. I will say this though. I don't know if it happens right now, because I feel like the winner of Lola and Kalani coming up this Tuesday on NXT is going to be the first in line to challenge either JC Jane, or I don't think it's going to be JC though. I think it could. It would make more sense. So the winner is either going to go after that North American Championship that's now held by Izzy Dame, the girlfriend of Braun Breaker, or the winner will get a shot again at JC Jane. But JC's not coming up right now. Blake Monroe's call-up has been put on hold as well. Also, other NXT news. Expect to see Jada Parker return to NXT television very, very, very soon. I'm talking about maybe as soon as this week. It was reported that she is on her way back. I expect her this week, no later than next week, for Jada Parker to return to NXT. So Wrestling RUS, while Jada Parker she is going to remain on NXT for right now. She will not be getting called up at this point in time. Appreciate that, Wrestling RUS. I love you guys too. I'm just doing what I love to do, buddy. Like I said, that is big news if the Royal Rumble is being pushed back. And shout out to Ghost if they got that right. Because I haven't heard a fucking peep about that. I did get the LA Knight news today about him being on Raw tomorrow. But I haven't heard anything about the Rumble being pushed back. I will get to questions in just a second, Fanatic. I'm just gonna finish up here and I got about 5 more minutes of news, and then I'll open the comments up to questions. We have a tournament, so to speak. Well, other news. AEW news. Mercedes Moné is obviously going to take a break. I don't follow AEW very much, so I'm not going to pretend to give you information, but I was told she was taking a break. She's won like 50 fucking titles, so it doesn't surprise me. She got all kinds of magazines voted #1 top wrestler and top women's wrestler and all that. So everybody deserves a break at some point. So on SmackDown this week, we're going to see Randy Orton against The Miz, and they're doing 4 qualifying matches. I'm going to get to that Wrestling RUS, I promise. I'm going to open it up. This is the last bit of news, and then I'm going to open up the questions. So they're doing 4 qualifying matches on SmackDown. With the winner of those 4 qualifying matches moving on to Saturday night's main event, which will be in Canada, guys. Canada, ring a bell, Sami Zayn, Canada. So we're going to see Randy Orton against The Miz. You guys know who's winning that. I don't have to tell you. If you don't, then you probably don't watch wrestling. Randy Orton will qualify for the Fatal 4-Way at Saturday night's main event. Sami Zayn lost the title, but he will be going up against either Dragunov. I fully expect Sami Zayn to win and be in that Fatal 4-Way match in his home state or home country of Canada. So that'll be Randy and Sami. And then we're going to have Matt Cardona, who just got back to WWE, going one-on-one with Trick Williams, who just got called up to the main roster and just got his first win over Rey Fenix. Expect Trick Williams to win that match and be in the Fatal 4-Way at Saturday night's main event. And last but not least, the last Fatal 4-Way, the last singles match to get into the Fatal 4-Way would be Damian Priest going one-on-one versus Solo Sikoa. There's a big feud going on still with the MFTs and the White Six. MFTs are currently slated to take those titles off the White Six here in the next month or two. I told you guys about the Street Profits. They're pushing their pushes pushed off to Rumble. Last I heard, Bianca may not even be back for WrestleMania. I don't have full clarification on that. I will get you guys the information on that. I don't even know if she's even had surgery yet, to be truthful. So expect Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Trick Williams, and because I feel like Bo Dallas is going to interfere and the White Six, I expect Damian Priest to advance. So that's going to be your Fatal 4-Way, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, Randy Orton, and Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event, with the winner going on to the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia to face the undisputed champion as of now, Drew McIntyre. I know a lot of people think Randy's going to win. I don't think so. I don't. I think it's going to be Sami. Because Sami is not winning the Rumble. So they love Sami over in Saudi Arabia. That's where the Rumble is. Yeah, I for the first time, I don't know what they did Friday. It is airtight on what's going to happen right now. So I do expect Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre at Royal Rumble. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I do think Sammy's eventually going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if it's going to be a Royal Rumble, though. I don't want to go that far ahead because we have many Sunday Scoop shows. Let's see if there's anything else. Obviously, I broke the LA Knight news. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on. Natalya should be back with a new gimmick soon. Oh, yeah. So expect Bayley and Lyra to be the first team. I feel like I was told also Bayley and Lyra will get the first shot at Rio. They seem like the hungriest. They keep going to Adam Pearce and all that. So look for them to get a tag team title shot. Also, Tiffany Stratton has went public with her relationship. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, so I'm not going to try. Obviously, he comes from the Performance Center, or he's in LFG1, but her and Lois Kaiser are definitely not together anymore. She is on TikTok with this guy, on Instagram, so happy for Tiffany Stratton. It also was revealed in the news that Tiffany Stratton has been sidelined with an injury, but expect Tiffany Stratton back either, if not by the Rumble, by Elimination Chamber, because I do feel like Tiffany Stratton may win the Elimination Chamber. That's an early pop for you guys on the EVP show. I'm still going with my original pick of Liv Morgan. Stephanie Blackcourt's ankle, she posted a picture of it. It looked like mine when I tore the ligaments in my right ankle. It looks fucking bad. I don't have a clue what they're going to do. They may take the title off of her. I could see maybe Raquel beating Stephanie, and maybe they do Raquel versus Liv at WrestleMania. That would draw a wedge and bring this whole Judgment Day storyline to full force. Because I do believe 100% that Liv Morgan is going to win the 2026 Royal Rumble on the ladies' side. That's going to close out my news for today. So I'm going to open it up to you guys. There's already several questions. So I will get to the questions. And then once all the questions are done, I will shut the stream down. So if you guys got questions, now's the time to ask them. Speak now or forever hold your peace until next Sunday, because I will not be answering any questions anymore via DMs on X or in GC chats due to people hating and trying to demoralize my character at journalism and stuff that I do outside of content creating. So I will not be posting shit in chats. So if you want to find out news from me, you're going to have to watch the show and ask questions in the Q&A. It's simple as that. All right, so we're going to open it up. So I'm going to go to Wrestle Fanatic. He's definitely one that asked me a lot of questions. CJ, I know this is kind of crazy and weird to ask, but you talked about the top matches on the card, main events, title matches. What about outside of the top main matches? What current plans are in lock for WrestleMania, like mid-card titles, grudge matches, tag matches, etc.? Great question. That's probably about 9 questions in one. So I will tell you that the top matches are penciled in. Anything else right now has not been locked. So if you hear otherwise, they're full of shit. I do fully expect all the titles to be defended, either at WrestleMania or on the Raw SmackDown before. I do seriously think Julia's next opponent could be a Charlotte Flair. I think that U.S. title needs elevation. I told you the MFTs are winning the tag titles off of Wyatt 6. Let's see, what else? What other titles? So the reason for Jacob's push on on SmackDown is because they're moving Obafemi to Raw. So I could see maybe Oba taking the Intercontinental Championship off of Dom. That's a possibility because Oba is going to get mega fucking pushed. Hopefully I was able to answer all those questions. That was like 10 questions at one Fanatic. You can do better than that. I'm just kidding. I love you, but that's a lot of questions. Wrestling RUS podcast. Is Brian Breaker winning the Royal Rumble? That's a good question. I want to say no, Wrestling RUS, but I think he's in the top 2, maybe 3. I'm still going with Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble. But Braun could win. You guys also got to think, and then I'll get to the questions because I completely fucking forgot about this. Cody Rhodes will be in the Royal Rumble match. It's confirmed. He is going to be in the Rumble. This Rumble, men's and ladies, is going to be fucking stacked. Cody Rhodes, Brian Breaker, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, Obafemi, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Brock Lesnar, possibly, Gunther. So right now, the top 4 favorites took Sami Zayn. So Sammy's already advertised to be in the Rumble. So, is he winning? Maybe he is, Randy. Maybe. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I truly don't. They have me so confused right now because they got this shit so airtight. I mean, I guess Sammy could lose to Drew at the Royal Rumble and still enter. And I don't know, the top 4 picks right now, because they haven't officially announced Cody being in the Rumble, is Roman Reigns, Brian Breaker, Gunther, and Sami Zayn are the top 4 picks to win the men's Royal Rumble right now. Hope that answered your question. Put it vacate. I mean, possibly Stephanie could vacate if that's the title you're talking about. I don't think so, though. But it's possible. It's highly possible. I don't have 100% clarification on that, so I won't answer that question. But it's possible because her ankle is really fucked up. So, any news on NXT title? That's another good question. So Ava did put a tweet out. I think Ava is going to go off fan reaction on how they want to see this NXT vacated NXT title handled. They could do a battle royal. They could do a tournament. I feel like they're probably going to go the tournament route. WWE loves the tournaments. I fully expect Ricky Saints or Tony D to be the one of those two will be the new men's NXT champion, and the other one, I don't know what they're gonna do with them. I think it's gonna be Tony D though. Honestly, I do. They're like, he's got this new like character look. Kind of reminds me of the old Sting hanging from the Raptors. I feel like Tony D. I don't know. Something telling me it's Tony D. Also, Miles. Look out for Miles Bourne. I think he eventually is the one that beats all ego Ethan Page for that North American Championship, and then I believe Ethan Page will be coming up to the main roster. Will Randy face Drew at Royal Rumble? That's what they're saying. Wrestling RUS. I don't buy it. I think so. But this is a two-headed answer. Cody Rhodes is going to go into a simulated small-esque type feud with Jacob Fatu leading up into WrestleMania season. So expect to see Cody and Jacob maybe at Saturday night's main event. I don't think they wrestle at Rumble because I do feel like both of them are going to be in the Rumble. I think we get Cody Jacob at Saturday night's main event because we got to see that character change from Cody. So I'm going to say no. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think it's Sami Zayn that's going to qualify. It's in his home country. He's never beaten Drew. It's a fucking story that has been telling itself for a long ass time. I thought Randy Cody was the play for Rumble. I was wrong. Could it still be? Yeah. The hell, they could have Cody win the title back Monday or Friday. We don't fucking know. I do not know. My guy said that shit is airtight. This new guy that's coming in creative is him and Triple H are busting their ass to try to keep leaks out right now. So it's going to be very difficult for me to get airtight information. I'm going to do my best. My guy's been with the company for 10 years. He does work on the creative team. He's not at the top, but he's also not at the bottom. So he's in all the meetings. But he was not in that meeting when it came to those top tier matches for those big title matches for the men's, the Raw and the SmackDown. So that's a good question. I'm gonna say no. I think it's Sami. Wrestling RUS. So Mark Nash is ring announcing this year's Royal Rumble, but Alicia Taylor is not. That is what I have been told. I don't have 100% confirmation. I will ask again, but that is what I was told, Gio. I will have full confirmation for you next Sunday on Scoops. Make sure you tune in. What are they doing with Stephanie Vacour's title? That's a good question. Like I said, her ankle looks like shit. I went through it. It's a possibility they really could do a vacate and have like a tournament. And I feel like maybe Liv, or I mean maybe Raquel wins it. And then we get Raquel Liv at Mania. That's got to be the play if she does vacate. I have not been told that she is vacating at this point in time, Wrestling RUS. But with her injury, I don't see her going to WrestleMania as Women's Raw Champion. I will give you that. I don't think that's happening. So also look for the return of one of my favorite Canadian wrestlers, and that is Kevin Owens. He is on his way back, guys. So I haven't got the date. Don't blow me up in DMs after the stream. I don't have the date. I just been told Kevin Owens is on his way back to WWE television. So that will get clipped also. Any update on Zoe Stark? I haven't gotten any updates on Zoe Stark. Not any at all. Not the least one. Wrestling RUS. I did get some information about Shayna Baszler. She was interviewed by someone. She said, "Never say never," and then Ronda Rousey even came up, and Shayna said that Ronda loves being a mom, but she's crazy as hell. So never say never with a Ronda Rousey return. This Royal Rumble WrestleMania season, because of this new guy that they bumped up in creative, is the craziest. This is the most unpredictable WrestleMania that we're going to have in a long time. If anybody tells you they know, they fucking don't. They're lying. There's 3, maybe 4 people that know. That shit is so airtight. I don't care. Billy from The Zelina Vega chat says Drew's going to Mania's championship. He don't fucking know either. He don't work for WWE. I don't work for WWE. My guy works for WWE. He don't even know. So if you say you know, you're full of shit because you don't. I can assure you, you don't know. You can fantasy book and think you know, but you don't. That shit is sealed up, vacuum sealed. Nobody knows. I'm telling you right now, I still feel like we're getting Cody Roman 3. It makes the most sense. If they do it non-title, I'm not fucking for it. Why? Why would Roman chase Cody with no title? He said he wanted to come back for the title. And if we're going to get the Rock Roman at 43, which a lot of people are saying are dead, and it's absolutely not dead. Absolutely not. Even close to being dead. It's got fucking legs and it's gonna take off. It's completely up to The Rock, obviously. With what he has going on with movies and stuff like that. But they are throwing big money. There's also another bald-headed guy that you can expect. Believe it or not, don't care. I'm telling you right now, it is a very strong possibility that we see Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestle at WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. There are two ball guys, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I would expect to see both of them wrestle at WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. Also, Chris Jericho as well, as I stated last week. So we're an hour and 2 minutes in. I will give you guys another 5 to 10 minutes. We're at 103 viewers. Thank you, everybody. I know the football games are on. I'm going to be getting back to football when this is over. After I get to get my shorts and stuff ready, or let Miami know that the shorts and stuff are ready. Yeah, I'll give you guys about 5 more minutes for questions. Any more questions before I shut this thing down? Anybody? Speak now or forever hold your peace until next Sunday, because I'm not answering anything else in DMs. And I'm not putting it in GC chats because you got too many of these movement people that cry all over X and do all these movements that think they know because they've had conversations with wrestlers. I've had plenty of conversations with wrestlers. I'm having somebody. I've interviewed Fuego del Sol. I've interviewed plenty of people. I brought on Vicious Vicky. I've interviewed her. I'm having an indie wrestler come on to do Saturday Night Main Event predictions, possibly. If not a prediction, he's definitely coming on my show in February. So if all these people that think they know, they don't fucking know shit. So let's see. Are they switching ring announcers in regards to PLEs? I haven't been told that. Gio, I thought I'd answer that in your DM. I will ask again. I know you're big into the ring announcing thing, and you and Fanatic show up every single week to scoops. So I will find out for you. But as of right now, I have no idea. I don't get a lot of ring announcer information. Obviously, I'm looking for, no offense, but I'm looking for the bigger stories, the world title stuff, and the Roman, the Cody, the Punk, the Seth Rollins is also floating around there. Possibly could be in the Royal Rumble this year as well. So I broke a lot of shit to you guys tonight. I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. I'll take 1 or 2 more questions and then I'm shutting it down. Anybody else? Wrestling RUS? Geo Fanatic only asked one question, which is very rare because he is normally full of questions. Well, he asked me like 7 on one. All right, guys, 2 more minutes. Any more questions? While I'm waiting, I just want to say thank you. Shout out to DWE Miami the Great, especially for helping me make this show possible. I came to him. This was supposed to happen last year. I pitched it to him. He said, "Go for it." Shout out to DWE, Final Boss Baby, Director Reg, World of Greg, who is a fucking beast at videos and does a lot of shit for me when it comes to helping me promote and make videos for my stream. So thank you guys so much. Also, Gimmick Table Media. Make sure you give them a follow. Wrestling RUS Podcast, kicking out at 2. Suds and Square Media. Everyone affiliate. Also, After the Slam Podcast, who also just had an indie wrestler on as well. Hint. Is it the same indie wrestler that's going to be coming on the EVP show? Hint. Yes. It will be Nick the Cardinal Thompson from the indie scene coming on either Saturday Night's Main Event Predictions, or I will have him on at some point in February because the rest of my January is booked, and I will be doing an interview with him if he doesn't come on for Saturday Night's Main Event Predictions. All right, guys. So I appreciate everyone coming out. I gave you guys 30 minutes on questions. If that's all the questions that you guys have, I will know a lot more after another full week of shows this week, next Sunday. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? Bobby, do you have any questions before I end the stream? I am on the Q&A part. Give Bobby just a minute because he just got in here. Shout out to Bobby. He's been coming on all of my YouTube streams here lately. Any questions for me, Bobby, regarding anything before I go to the end? All right. Well, it's good to see you, Bobby. Thank you guys to the 100. Wait, there we go. We do have one. Do I have an update on Kendall Gray if she gets called up? I do not. She is not going to get called up right now. She is going to get a big push in 2026 as well as Ren Sinclair, but she will not be called up at this present time. Not everyone is going to be called up to the main roster. Appreciate the question, though. And thank you to the 125 people that we have watching live. Again, LA night tomorrow, guys. Heard it here first on the EVP show. So if it happens, make sure you fucking tag me all over X so that I can get the same credibility that the rest of these people get on X. And all these people in these GC chats, if they tell you they know something about what Drew McIntyre is doing, that it's a lock that he's going to WrestleMania as champion, they don't know shit. Nobody knows. There's only 3 people that know. I can't get the information, so they damn sure don't have it. You can tell them I said it. If they're listening, I could really give 2 shits less. They don't know. They're fantasy booking. They're living in a fantasy world, and that's the way that is. They don't work in this type of business, so that's that. Oh, shit. I didn't even see. I'm so sorry. I did not see Billy's. Busy, but got to ask quickly anything about Coach Charlie. I hope she wins title in first match. I was told she possibly could win that match. Billy, that is the last update that I have gotten on Dakota. She possibly could win that match. I have been told that as of right now, there are no plans as of today for her to come back to the WWE main roster, but that does not mean that can't change and that won't happen in the future. Won't be able to stay on soon. I'm busy, but when able to answer my question, let me know in DMs. Thanks. Okay, well, I answered it anyway. I'm not gonna go back to the DMs. So thank you guys so much to the 127 people. I will shout out everybody. Wild Child Billy, DW host, Lovely Geo, DW Replays, my boy Greg, Talking Up Wrestling Podcast, the CEO of DWE, the head of the table of DWE, Miami the Great, I report, say it, I said it, character change coming, Wrestling RUS, one of my faves. He loves the EVP, or they, I don't know if it's he or she, but they love the EVP. We love EVP. So yeah, that's good. It's good. Love that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go to sorry. I'm gonna go to the my outro and then my thank you to you guys for showing up. And I'll be back to tell you where you can find me on all my socials, which is going across the bottom of the screen if you can't see it. And I will tell you what I have coming up next for you guys. The next 3 weeks are fucking crazy, but I will only tell you about next week. So be back shortly. Thank you guys.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, Show Recap Prediction Sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
Thanks for coming to Sunday Night Scoops, hosted by the Golden Boy of DWE, CJP. See you all next Sunday at 6 p.m.
Thanks for joining the EVP CJP. Tune in next Sunday at 6 p.m.
All right. Shout out to Greg for those in Miami for those 2 videos. Oh, and one last thing for all you fucking Cody Rhodes haters out there. All right. Thank you. Shout out to the 131 viewers that we have. As far as my socials, you can see it on the bottom of the screen. Also, the link is in all of my bios. You can find me on X at EVPCJP, Instagram as well, same handle at EVPCJP, TikTok at Brady DeGoat21. It's not with THE, it's at Brady DAGOAT 21. And most importantly, last but not least, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at the EVP Show. All you have to do is type in at the EVP Show, and you will see that picture of me, and you will see a lot of content. So please hit that like button on my YouTube stream tonight, and please go back if you guys can think of anything. Please go back and send the comments on the YouTube stream. That helps me in the algorithm, and also helps my stream, it helps my channel. Yeah, you guys go spam the likes. Everybody, please go like this stream, comment like. It helps my streams and my channel in the algorithm. What I have coming up next, obviously Raw is live tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on Netflix, but I will be live at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on the EVP Show for the Raw recap as Gunther goes one-on-one with AJ Styles. Tuesday, I am back with the CEO, the head of the table of DWE, Miami the Great, at 6 p.m. Eastern, and we will be covering Wild Card Weekend. We'll be doing the Wild Card Weekend recap. And then I'm back on Doubleheader Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern as I will be covering the NXT recap. I have nothing going on Wednesday or Thursday. I will be back at 11:30 p.m. Eastern to cover the SmackDown recap, as there are 4 qualifying matches to go to Saturday night's main event for the number 1 contender match for Drew McIntyre's Undisputed Heavyweight Championship at Royal Rumble. And last but not least, next Sunday, tune in back at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday Scoops, Episode 3, It's a new show on the EVP Show channel, brought to you by DWE. With that being said, thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for the Raw recap. I am the EVP from the EVP Show and the Golden Boy of DWE, and we are the ones. Good night, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday.